Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you for this design and dialogue conversation, designing and understanding how style makes the culture move forward. I am joined by Miss Reed. How are you?
I'm good, Mr. Steve. How are you?
Fantastic. When you think about design, what is the first thing that you want individuals to know about how you go about designing?
Well, I mean, it's a process. It all comes from inspiration. What I'm inspired by for that particular collection. This new collection that I have been inspired by, which I have in a pop-up shop for on the 18th of February, which is Saturday. It's called the Rubik's Cube Collection. So I used to play with them when I was kids. Like I probably was like 6 or 7, but it was always a thing. Like that was like it's nostalgic, and it just brought me back. And colors, I just really got obsessed with color. It makes you feel a certain way. So with this collection, it's color blocks with different pants, dresses. I made it fun, and skirts and tops. I made it fun for this collection, but it's just a process of, inspiration first, and I take it from there.
So when you think about color, what should we know about color this year, definitely leveraging your collection?
Well, I mean, I pay attention to like the forecasting of the colors. So, a lot of people are not so familiar with this. It's levels to designing as well. But Pantone, that's really like a forecaster of the color game, and you have to pay to get that forecast. So with this, with the new colors that's coming out, it's like futuristic. It's more turquoises, aqua colors, more lavenders, like euphoric, like that's the forecast for 2023.
So when you think about futuristic look, where do you wear a futuristic look, and why do you even want to be forward looking when you walk in the street?
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, a lot of the designers, like big designers, Balenciaga, I know them for one. That they're on this futuristic, and it's a few more area that I've been paying attention to. It's a movement. It's in the street. It's what's going on now. But what the question was again, it was what outfit or what I would like to.
Yeah, how do you wear the future out? I mean, I think the difference is when you wear the future out. Why? What are you making a statement of yourself when you are moving forward in fashion?
Well, I got a piece. I have a piece called the Bodycon piece that's in the Rubik's Cube collection. And, as a woman, Black woman, we really like stretch. We like, form fitting. We got these new, bodies, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call it what it is. But, it caters to every size, shape, because it melts on you. It forms to you, so that's my futuristic piece. That's my forward going bodycon, a part of my collection piece. That's a part of the, what's the times, so as you would say, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I love it. Then you take Rubik's Cube as the theme for color blocking. What should we know that can go together? Is it accessories with your particular collection? Do you have accessories with this collection?
I do, and they're fun. Like, everybody is, and it's a preference, there is it's a fun piece. I got like some fun hoops. With the collection, I work with an artist out of Miami. And he's a really good friend of mine. He's really dope. And we collabed on this, and, I was telling him my inspiration, and he just came up with a mural. So I just took some pieces from it. So one of the accessories is like a heart, and one of them is like, spelt the word love, because everybody needs to spread some love in this thing, and that's one of the accessories. But the jackets are fun, with the Rubik's Cube heart. And then I got this crazy artwork of skull that's like coming out like on a computer. It's, and that's just the artwork of it. But I got some real ready to wear pieces as well. That's color block.
I like the idea of color block. Collaboration, what inspires you when you are collaborating like you have with this collection? How does collaboration inspire you?
Man, it inspires me to the fullest because, I don't know everything, and I get inspired with my peers. They might have something that's just stokes me, like, yo, this is, they put me up on game, and just when you collab, you share ideas, and collectively creating something that's dope,
Tell me about the shirt you have on.
Well, this is just one of the pieces from the collection too. Like I said, I work with the artwork with the artist, and this is like a multi-patch, and it's color block, it's a heart, and then both of our logos are at the end of it, at the bottom of it. So it's fun, it's super fun.
Well, it encourages. So if you had to describe your style in this particular collection, beyond futuristic, what would you say the models that are walking through and when individuals are shopping with you, adding you to their collection, what are they doing?
I mean, it's basically it's streetwear mixed with ready to wear, and it's just it's very surprising, to be honest. You just have to see it, but like the leggings are, you just when pairs, some of the colors I paired it with, it's just like they're like, wow, like, you paired that well, like I could see that, I can, and some people wouldn't see themselves wearing a certain color pair of pants, but you can see yourself wearing these because these are, it's themed, it's fun, and it's ready to wear.
Right. When you think about fun and designing, what's your process when before you even knew it was Rubik's Cube, what was your process getting prepared for this particular collection that you would share for a young designer, part of that process so that they too could understand, you're going to start one place and end another?
Yeah, it's all about how you feeling. It's all about the feel, what moves you, what moves that pen, what gets you going, and inspiration is everywhere, and it's so basic, but it can go so far, that just kicking it just with the Rubik's Cube, it could go either way. But for someone that's young and coming up in, trying to find their way in designing, it's just about a thought. Trust your thoughts, trust your mind of developing the piece, like, just flow, get you something that you can elaborate off of, something that you can, it can grow, so the process is cool. It's just about finding something that it really takes you there, inspires you, and you just grow off of that.
With materials, what are you seeing? What should we know about wearing the type of fabrics and garments that you pick? How did you select those materials in this collection, and what do you want them to feel? I felt you when you said you poured the fabric on them, but what are you using, and how are you enjoying the materials that are available to you now?
Okay, well, I really wish I had more access to fabrics, really, but that's levels, that's moving on up. But what I can touch is, retail fabric, places I could walk into, But in this particular collection is scuba fabric. I use scuba fabric. It's called neoprene. So it's more like it sucks you in. The stains don't stay in your clothes. Like you can just wipe it right out, and who doesn't love that, I use sequins. It's not really a staining thing, but I put feathers on it to make it fun and vibrant. And it's still a sexy silhouette type of dress, but it's fun. And what else did I use? Yeah, that's it. The scuba fabric, the sequins, and of course cotton. And oh yes, and I use lycra. So that's like the spandex. So that's the melting one. That's the one that melts. So yeah, I do. I use those, and those are really good fabrics. Like, that neoprene is really like a whole big thing. You really don't use that. I have a client now who wants to just do sweatsuits out of neoprene. So it's really a thing.
You talk about sweatsuits. Sweatsuits are 100% all the way back.
Yeah.
From a style, did you ever think that the sweatsuit would come back? And then what do you think we need to know about wearing sweatsuits out?
Well, the thing is, with sweatsuits is it can be so many different ways. It can be really chill. It can be a dressed up one, like, ironically, because you can have it in leather. You know what I mean? Like it can be, you can have some darts in there with a jacket. You can throw some nice loafers on, or you might can throw a sneaker or, a dunk. You know what I mean? So with the sweatsuit, you can really go there. And with this particular client, it's so cool that how can I say this? It'll be more appealing to just a streetwear type of deal. It can be more on the ready to wear side, casual wear.
Cool. For those who, you custom design, what's it like custom designing for the individuals that are on tour, that come to you and say, I'm in need of a look? What is that process like, and how do you enjoy it?
Well, let me tell you, I do enjoy it. I really do. Man, they hit me and I'm doing things within an hour. And I feel like that'd be the best work, to be honest, because it's like an adrenaline. But, the process is just to be doing work with people that's really living in their dream. It's just connecting energies, and vibrations, so I'm all about that, because I want to take my line up. I want it to be known in the world, but just doing things with them, it's just inspiring, and they let me be free to do what I want to do. I can sketch up something, and some things be good, some things we might have to take away, but it gets done. They trust me to do it. So it's really fun, from doing Queen Naja's tour 2 years ago. That was my first really big tour, and just can still continue to work with her and other my clients, other clients that I have that are celebrities and doing their thing, I'm very thankful.
Your creative voice, how would you describe it? Like that voice that talks to you. What's your creative voice say to you, and what is it saying to you in this particular collection?
It's just saying, hey, I'm tapping back in and just have fun. It's not serious. It's supposed to be enjoyed. And sometimes as an artist, you get so caught up in trying to do it right and want it to be perceived, and you want them to bite it. You want them to get it. So,
So what's the strategy as a businesswoman? Because I'm very proud of you as a businesswoman. The pop-up.
Thank you.
Why are pop-ups important for business individuals to establish their brand?
Well, that's really at the ground level of grassroots marketing, seriously, because you just one-on-one with your customers, and you're not in the metaverse. I'm in the metaverse with my website and everything, but just to touch the people and have them more aware of what I got going on. Pop-up shops is really my thing. Like that I'm really going to be pushing to push the brand. So,
and how do you, for those who don't know, what's it like? What's the process of negotiating with the retailer? Being in a Phipps Plaza at a high-end mall, coming in as the designer. What are the proof points that retailers want to see that you have something, and how do you establish that?
Well, it's definitely a process. I'm a one-man band, so I can't do everything. I have to outsource things. So preparing for pop-up, that's like your mobile store. You're really taking your store on the road. So it's just like you have to have it like you have a regular store. Inventory is on point, product has to be equality, your packaging, everything. So it's really a process. Like it's not you just
So what
planned
was
it
the
last
first
week.
meeting with the retailer before you got the green light to say, this is your day?
Well, I actually built a relationship with her. And I got referred to, it's always good to keep a good relationship with people, because that's how it's all about who you know, especially in Atlanta, and a good friend introduced me to the owner, and she's a Black woman, and it's only Black designers in the store. So that's definitely a pleasure to be a part of. But they're not just letting anybody come in. You have to have your things together. Your website got to be on point. People got to be able to purchase, and it's easy. It's not complicated. You got to make sure you're delivering the product. You got to, so retailers, they want to see that. And then depending on where you go, even though Merge Co. is a boutique, if I was to be doing something, say in Neiman's, or they want to see your numbers. They want to. It's not. You got to be ready. So it's levels to this thing.
It's levels to it. So in working to establish this brand, you know that you've got Rubik's Cube. What's on the horizon for holiday, and what tips do you have for young designers who are really trying to plan and forecast out? It seems like you forecast out.
Yeah, you have to. Mm-hmm. Well, I just tell them, listen, hey, you got quarters in a year. So divide your process up in your quarters, what you want to accomplish, and just lay it out and just work towards it. The first big thing with me was the pop-up shop. I know I'm doing other things coming up, as other designers, you still have, designers know you have Fashion Week. I just left that a couple of days ago, yesterday, but you got it coming back up in September. You have Art Basel. You got other things that you want to be, especially me, I want to be a part of, that's Miami Fashion Week, and that's with the swimsuits. So just tapping in, but I just will tell them, hey, whatever you decide to do, first, make sure you have what you specialize in. Mine is women and men, more women than men, but I'm introducing that. And you have a collection, stick with it, grow it, get you a collection. Even if you don't start with a collection, do you a capsule. That's 5 to 6 pieces. And then you build off of that. You promote that, you do your content, because now we're in this metaverse, you do your content, you got to shoot, you have to, so, and you have to stay relevant by any means necessary. So just staying down and planning. It's all about planning. And it's not easy, but you put your best foot forward, and let the cards lay where they're going to lay,
Well, super. I appreciate you coming on Design and Dialogue. It's been great.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of you. And
Thank you.
we're really proud of all of what you do to rep and continue to be an entrepreneur and a designer in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Reed. Her brand name is
Raquel the label.
Raquel the label, ladies and gentlemen. Let's support her. Come out and know that she's designing pieces for you and I and designing a world for more fun, more expression, and more love. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Peace. Appreciate you.